Hey guys, it's Connie here and I'm back with another plan with me. This week we are using the Traveler's Notebook, Annie Plans Printables Hourly Kit. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the real flip through of this. This is a very old Nicole Alexia's Designs kit that I've had for like ever, but I wanted to go ahead and put it into use. It is my birthday month. My birthday is next week after this, so this is kind of like the lull where nothing's going on since last week was Easter. I am filming this on Sunday, so today is Easter. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm really excited for this kit. I'm not sure how things are going to turn out, but I do know I want to go ahead and like structure my days like I normally do. So I do want like my to-dos, my checklists, little things. And then she doesn't have any glitter headers in this kit, so I might pull out just a set because I only really need them for that centerpiece. And I think I might use this purple one. No, it's a little dark. The silver one would be kind of pretty. These are just like really old samplers that I have, and they're in matte. So I was thinking of maybe using those. So I think I'm going to use this gray one. I think that would be the prettiest color. I want to try to get through these two and use them as much as I can. I don't tend to use a lot of like matte headers. So yeah, this is like a good way to try to reduce my stash. And I think that is going to be the best option. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed you guys through this part. But if you guys want to skip through like the talking portion of it, you guys can more than welcome to do that. Okay, so then now that I went ahead and whited out all the hours, I do that because the hours don't really structure for my day, so I like to use this section as like the morning from whenever time I wake up to the end. I just don't need the hours there to know that. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my sidebar, which I'll do the first one and then I'll speed through the rest of them. But what I like to do is I like to put the to-do at the top, and I leave two little squares, then put the to-do, and then leave two little squares. That's kind of like the middle part to this. And then I put my checklist right underneath that, and then underneath that is where my glitter header comes in. And I just stick my glitter header right underneath that one, and I don't leave white space in this part. I don't know why. Everything else I do, is this portion I usually don't. And so I'm going to use, I think I want to use the yellow one because there's so much purple in this kit. Yeah, so I'm going to use the yellow one. And then right underneath that is where I put my little things section. And I do actually use like a little things. Some alternatives that you guys can do with these, instead of using a glitter header, like if you guys don't have glitter headers with you, you guys can use just the today header. I don't know why, I just like to add the glitter in there. It's a thing for me. So this is where I like to keep track of like my meals and my TV shows and stuff. I do want to try and like work out every other day this week as well, or every day, depends on me. But okay, so let's go ahead and put down some of this stuff. So I do know my meal is gonna go up at the top. I do not have work this day, which is really nice. I have like a 4.5-day vacation from Easter, which was amazing. I do need to work on some stuff. I am going to upload. Ooh, do I want to do that? I like, her little things are so different to me because not everybody has these, and they're so teeny tiny. I don't know. And I don't have any TV shows at the moment. Chad and I do need to catch up on like Magicians, but I don't think Chad's very into it, and I do want to watch Shameless, so I can put down that there. I am gonna try and go work out. But I kind of want to mark that in my like day-to-day section rather than my in my little things section. And I guess I can use these hearts for my uploads. I think I'm gonna have more than 4 this week. I have, let's see. Oh no, I probably will actually only have 4. Okay, so that works out. Then I'm just gonna use This guy, yeah, here. And that's basically it. And I don't know why these are going crooked. Oh, these are gonna rip my page up. So another thing is I did print these out on 32-pound paper, the hammer mill ones. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, it is extremely sensitive. So like, it does tend to like rip up my page a lot. Like a lot of this was just ripped up, just so you guys know. So I would just be very careful. It's my header that's not straight that I don't feel like fixing, because I think it's been down too long. Oh yeah, it ripped up my page, like hardcore ripped up my page. Oh, that's much better though. And so I would recommend, if you guys are planning on using inserts, to have some undo around, because it will become your best friend, trust me. And then I think I do want to put like a heart down to track how much I spent this day. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I do want to keep track of my spending this week. So I'm gonna put that right there. And that's basically my entire sidebar, and that's how it goes. I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a tad. I'm sorry, that was kind of hard to see, but that's what it looks like there. I really like the way that this looks. It's just kind of like my best kind of like rhyme or reason for this, I guess, in a way. I don't even know what I'm saying. So I was originally thinking about making this fast forwarding this part for you guys, because it's the same thing over and over again, but I'm feeling a little chatty, so I'm not going to. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm like kind of feeling better. I filmed the rest of my rewind this morning, and boy, can I tell you guys, it was like a hot mess. So I apologize ahead of time. Oh, still rip up. Okay, so sometimes with matte papers too, and this is like not with the premium matte papers, like the ones that are in my shop, don't try this with that, but with these regular like matte paper, it does come up if you can catch it right away. So that's also really good. And I think this one I can use a purple one, because there's so many purples, and I kind of want to use this guy. This kit is so fun, and I think it's like perfect just to kind of sweet, and I don't know, it reminds me of birthdays almost. I am not ready. I'm not ready for my birthday. I don't know why I'm not ready. Usually I'm like all for my birthday like celebration. Not ready this year. Okay, so then let's just kind of go in order. And I really hope these like stay straight. And I'm gonna put just a TV show every single day, because I kind of want to finish up Shameless every single day. So I'm hoping that if I do this, it'll let me finish it up. Oh. Okay. And then just keep in mind I did zoom you guys in, so if I get cut a little out of screen, that's my bad. I don't think I'm gonna have a video go up on Tuesday. I do need to mail out some stuffs, so let's use this guy for mailing out some things. I don't have any packages coming in this week, I don't think. I have to check all of my package stuff. I did get a glam planner package yesterday. I did order the TheCoffeeMonsterzCo on Saturday, and then for her like Easter sale that she was doing, it was like a last minute sale that she ran, and so I had to get one. I was like, I've been waiting to purchase from her, and I just like couldn't ever bring myself to do it. I mean, like, it's not even that much. I don't know, I've been like on this like kind of it's not a no spend, but it's a like restricted spend, I guess. And so I've been trying really hard to kind of like stop binge buying on Etsy, which is good, but it's bad because then now my sticker stash is kind of getting low. But I don't know, for my birthday I might just like treat myself and get something. It just depends. It depends on, why do I feel like this is going to be crooked? Okay, so there's that, and then my little things. I don't know why I bought sheep with me. There we go. So this, oh, by the way, this is my number 8 Foxy, and it's housed in a mochi. So this size for these inserts is a Cahier size, or CAHIER, which is slightly smaller. It's like 0.5 inches smaller than an A5, which is fine with me because my divider is longer, so I don't mind like the insert being smaller. Like I think I'm gonna even put some like personal inserts in there just to have them all like mixed matching sizes. I like that. I think it makes it look more unique in my personal opinion. I mean, I know a lot of people like structure and organization and like everything to be like stream, you know, like perfect. I guess in like size wise, I don't know if I'm making any sense at all. I'm actually gonna save this one, and I'm gonna do this color. And there is a video going out on Wednesday, and I'm trying to keep like really consistent with this schedule, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. And then I do have a bill due, and I do want to put that in this section, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down my little heart versus putting my bill in my big section. I'm just gonna layer it right here. And I think with that, no, I do want to save the washi because she, I feel like, doesn't have like a ton of washi. So yeah, I think I'm gonna save that. I'm just gonna layer the bill due right in the center, like so. So that's kind of like what my bill due section looks like. And this is kind of dark, I feel like. I'm gonna brighten up the settings just a tiny bit. That's probably like 1,000 times better. I'm so sorry I didn't notice that earlier. I'm like already kind of like halfway through, and I just realized that it was like really, really dark, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and stick down this one. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about? We were talking about, I have no idea. I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, now I'm kind of like, I'm in this mood to like redo. Oh, I was talking about my bullet journal and like how people sometimes, like I know certain people that like love the sizing to be all the same. Like they want the exact same size for everything, which is understandable because then it makes it look a little nicer, I think. I guess it just makes it look more cohesive because it's all like the same size. I have no idea if I'm like using the right words for any of this, so I apologize if I'm not. But I like the more like messy look, like the grungy kind of like messy look to it. And so I'm fine with mine being like kind of wonky in places and not cut perfectly and things like that. So you know what I do regret? I regret not buying from her sale, her moving sale that she did, because she did this like massive, like 40% off all of her stock. And I should have picked some stuff up because I had stuff in my cart, but I was just like thinking about it and I was like, do I really need this? Is this something that I'm really gonna want? And so I told myself no, and then I didn't get it. Which I don't know if it's like a good or a bad thing, but I like kind of am having like regrets on not picking it up when there was like that big sale. But she usually runs a couple good ones. Maybe not like 40% good, but she does run some pretty good sales. And why can I not get this sticker straight? Yeah. So And I don't really have Easter plans. Isn't that crazy? Like, Chad works on Saturdays, and so Chad's family this year decided to do their like Easter on Saturday when Chad was working, so we couldn't go. Like, I could have still gone, but I kind of wanted to, I wanted to stay with Chad while he was working and stuff like that. I kind of felt bad that he wasn't able to like participate, which I don't think he minds as much, but I don't know. And so they did it on Saturday, like the big, like with all the kids and the neighbors and coming over and barbecuing. That was all Saturday. So I was not able to actually participate in that, which is kind of sad and kind of okay. I don't know. Like, I'm sad I missed it, and I'm sad I missed like the memories with the family, but like, I understand why we had to miss it, if that makes sense. Use this yellow one. And I'm like, I'm okay with it. I would rather Chad be working, and he had like this huge class. So Chad teaches, okay, for people who don't know, you know what I feel like this is turning into? You know that like little like tag thing that people are doing on Instagram where it's like 20 facts about me that you guys might not know? I feel like that's what this is. So this is a fun fact. I am engaged to, okay, so I'm 22, about to be 23 next week. Let's see if there's a video that's gonna be out. I got engaged when I was 20, and I got engaged to Chad, who I'm still engaged to at this moment. Well, I have to sneeze. There we go. Let's see. He proposed to me twice, because the first time he proposed to me at the mall, and I wasn't like 100%, like, I love him for doing that, and it was very sweet of him for trying, but I was just like not happy with it. Okay, wait, I want to fix this color the way that I did these colors. This is what happens when I'm not thinking, and I just like lay down stickers. Yikes. But let's see, and then the second time Chad proposed, he proposed to me at the aquarium in front of the whale sharks, which is my favorite animal. So that was just like absolutely amazing, and I love him for doing that and thinking of me, because that made me just like, oh, it was just beautiful. I was just extremely happy that he did that. And then, let's see, he, what other thing? I always sneeze in groups of 3. So if you ever hear me sneeze once or twice, just know 2 more or 1 more is coming. You don't need to say bless you quite yet, because it will, I'll probably end up sneezing again anyways. And then, let's see, where was I going with this? I hate cleaning, but I'm a clean person. So like, I love when my like environment is clean, but I'm really lazy and I never clean. So that's like my issue. Before Chad and I were, well, when Chad and I were first dating, I worked a whole lot and Chad did not. Chad was in school full time. So Chad would do like all the cleaning before I got home, and it was just like the best. And like, I came home to a clean house. And but I think Chad needed to work. Like, I don't think he could just sit there and just not work. I think he would have like a panic attack. So Chad got his dream job of working at a gym, and now he is a trainer. Another thing, Chad is, well, I'm engaged to, I guess this is more like a Chad 10 facts about him. No, but I'm engaged to a strongman. So what he does is he competes in competitions known as like National Strongman Association, and it's more about like your strength and endurance than your ability to like do 1 rep of a certain weight, which is kind of what powerlifting is. Powerlifting is when you can do like you keep going till you can't do that weight anymore, but you only need to do it one time. Strongman, you have to pick up heavy weight, but you have to do stuff with it, like you have to run with it, or you have to flip it over a bar, or different like things like that. So Chad, let's see. So he actually trains at the gym where I do a lot of like my designing at, and he teaches like a strongman Saturday class, which is where I was getting to this point, was because that class has gotten so popular. It's kind of hard for Chad and I to kind of skip Saturdays because so many people like them. So I would say that's my only like down kind of thing that I have with it. Oh, you know what I should have put here? I probably could add it. I have to mail out any open orders that I have. And I'm just gonna use this one because Fridays are usually the last days to mail out any orders for me, because I have a FedEx like drop box in my office, so it just like works out super well. And then it is payday, but I can put that up at the top. And then I do need to send Chad some moolah on Saturday, so I can just put that there. And then to watch my spending. So those are all my little things. They look so janky on the sides because I've pulled them up so much, but it's fine. In real life, it's like I actually have like a really bad potty mouth. I didn't originally, but as the years went by, my cursing has gotten worse and worse. So yeah, if you guys know me in person, I do curse quite a bit, which is kind of like weird because I don't look like the person that would curse a lot. So everybody's always just like really shocked to hear me kind of belt out the S word or the F word or something like that, which is kind of funny to me, but it works. I always say it's good to have an appearance that's like your significant other will feel comfortable bringing home to his parents, his or her parents, but have something completely different like in behind the scenes, which I know there's like a much dirtier way to say that, but I don't feel like saying that phrase or like whatever it is. I don't even remember it entirely on top of that, so I don't want to like butcher it, but I think it's like be an angel in the streets and a freak in the sheets or something like that. I think it's funny, and I think it's true. So, oh, and she does have these like heart checklists. These are amazing. Whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and put down a meal. Put down a TV. Let's put down the upload. And then let's put down a heart for tracking. And I think that's really it. I don't think there's anything other on any other little things that I have going on this week, which is usually more than I use. This is a ton, so I like it. I like that I ended up using a lot of those. So then we're gonna flip through and do this portion. This is like my next portion that I like to do. And then what I've been doing is I've been taking the washi, and I'm just gonna pull this little sheet out real quick, and then I'm just gonna put this to the side. But I do like to flip this out. And then, yeah, I guess I should flip it. And it's gonna look like that. And then I like to put this guy right up at the top. Perfect, okay. So there's that. And that's just usually how it kind of looks starting out. And then what I like to do is I always like to stick something here. I don't know why, but this is where I like to track stuff, like my weekly habits or something like that, because I don't really have anywhere else in the, like this one doesn't have like a little side flap, which makes sense because the page is too big, but I just need a habit tracker. which I have one, and these I like to put up at the top of the day, just to kind of, this is like the one thing that I like start my day off with. So I like to stick that there, and then since we have some room, I do have an extra full box. And I'm just gonna stick that probably, let's do like Wednesday. Okay, so there's that. And I like to cover these 3 days just because it's probably the least, I don't have as much stuff going on these days. So other things that I like to put in this schedule is like my filming schedule. Even though I do put like in this section that I like filmed, I like to put like exactly when I want to plan and film, because I have like videos going up. I also, it's nice to kind of just see like a quick spread of like, oh, these are when videos are due, these are when videos are not due. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my YouTube section in my planner, and I don't want to use, I'm gonna probably use these little guys. I don't want to use this. I guess I can put the uploads, so that kind of gives me like an idea. Or should I put like when to film? Actually, let's just put the uploads down, and then it'll tell me like at least I'm uploading, and then in here I can put down exactly what I'm uploading. Okay, so let's see. This week I want to use those 2 purples are good, and then let's use those 3 blues. Let's do that. Oh, there's this blue too, which would be perfect. So I'm uploading something on, where do I want to put this? Underneath the date covers. I like to leave that space blank for stuff, but I mean, that doesn't look that bad. I'm like trying to think through this in my head. Trying to think, how do I want this to look? Upload sticker. Let's just attach that really quick, and then see here. Oh, I think that's gonna look too cluttered. Yeah, I want it here. There we go. I don't like this section looking like too cluttered. Like, I think it looks nice when it is a little cluttered, but not too much to the point where like I can't see anything. So let's see, upload this day. I'm gonna upload on Friday and Sunday. And then let's stick this blue down. So that way at least I know like these are like upload days. I have some shop stuff that I want to put in. So we can use, let's see, I saw those like teeny tiny like appointment labels that she has. So these would probably be good, as well as these little quarter boxes. Or I can finally pull in some of these guys. I think these might be too wide. Let's see, do I have like extra skinny ones? I do. Okay, so those might be nice. Or these might be nice. Oh, actually, let's go with these. And then let's see here. So I want to use a pink one. This pink is so bright. These purples don't really match. I'm like having second thoughts about like all of this. And there's like nothing that matches on this page. Anyways, so, and I think that's it for my appointment labels that I have. Other than I have these dots, which no, I'm not a fan of. So I'm gonna use these guys, and we're just gonna make do with what works. So I'm gonna use this bright pink one, and I'm gonna place it. I know we're gonna have something on Tuesday, so that's something there for Tuesday. And then we're gonna have, let's see. Do any of these blues work? This blue works. Actually, let's just stick to, yeah. And then there's new releases on Friday. there. And then that's basically it for the two big things we're gonna have. Okay, cool. So there's that stuff for the shop, and that's kind of what that looks like. My camera's about to die, so I might just like hold up. I might have like something big going on Saturday, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna use let's use a scallop one for that. I have like a big scallop thing. And I have them in two different colors. Yeah, I have them in two different color schemes. So we should probably find something that'll work. I'm hoping. I think this purple one might be the best bet. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the best bet. And this is gonna go right on Saturday. Like so. So that's kind of like all I have at the moment. I'm gonna go and fill this like stuff up with some munchkins, and then I will be right back to kind of go day by day-ish with basically just the stuff that I know. I can't really fill out the hourly section until the day comes in. So this is basically the big gist of stuff. And I do want to add in some little things that go in here, such as like vacuuming and all of that. And this is the one where she does, and she just has deco. She doesn't actually have her like signature like words icons, which is fine. So okay, let's go through and pull out those. So I definitely want to work on, let's see, how do I want to do this? I know I'm going to be working on Monday for the shop stuff, so I do want to stick down this guy up here, and then just type in like write in work stuff, and then I do need to fold towels on Monday. Well, actually, I should probably do that today, which is Sunday. So I'm gonna say I should just fold regular clothes because I do need to do like quite a bit of laundry. So let's pull out these laundry stickers, and I'm gonna use this guy. And I'm just gonna stick that right up over on the side to write that in. And I think that's gonna be it for Monday. I don't really know anything else throughout the week. I do know I do want to do some vacuuming on Thursday. So let's pull out some vacuuming stickers. And then use the like, do I have like a purple or blue? It's like a dark blue. Okay, let's use this guy for Thursday's vacuuming endeavors. And then other than that, that's basically it that I know. I do know I'm working out, but I can mark that again on my weeklies. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I kind of filled out this as best as I could, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill out my Monday because it is Monday morning now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of fill out what the plans are for today. So I woke up pretty early this morning. I went and did a little drink. I like woke up super thirsty this morning. So I'm gonna, even though it's technically not a smoothie, I'm gonna say it works. And I'm gonna just stick that right up there. And then I do want to start making smoothies. They're just they take up so much time. And I don't know, I struggle. And then I did end up taking a nice little shower right afterwards, and it just felt so good to just sit in the tub, guys. So I'm gonna pull in this little guy here, and I'm gonna use, let's see, how skinny are these? These are so tiny. Okay, I think it works. So instead of writing it on the piece of paper, I'm gonna just lay it out here. I'm gonna stick this guy right in the corner, and then I'm just gonna write in shower time. There. And then I'm just gonna place that in right underneath her. It's nice that it's skinny because then I know it excuse me, I know it's it won't take up as much space, so that works out really well. Again, keep in mind these columns here are wider than the Erin Condren, so these stickers do not fit all the way across, as you guys can tell here. I'm okay with it. Some people might not be. You can always decorate this, like line it with washi and then stick your stickers down in the center, or if you want to move all the stickers over and then fill this entire space up with washi, you can do that. There's like tons of ways you can do all of this. I do want to note, like, working, because I am going to be working quite a bit today. Which one do I want to use? I think I kind of want to use this blue one. Okay, we're gonna go with it, and I'm gonna place it just a little bit lower here, and then right above that I'm gonna pull out a KeenaPrints Wednesday sticker, and I think I have one like which is on the computer. Let's see, here we go, this one. I like this one because she looks happy doing what she's doing, so I think it's cute. So I'm just going to stick that right up at the top corner, because I do want to put, like, work all day. And then I basically am just going to list, like, print, cut, and then pre-upload. And those are like all the things that I have to get done today. I can probably put down a little printer there, which works out actually really well. And so I can use, no, I can use this like pink one. I can use a pink one. Let's do that. Go with a little bit of hot pink right there, and then I'm just gonna stick that just to fill up a little bit of that space from writing in. And then I do need to check on like my subscriptions that are coming in today. I do have a video uploading. So the video that I was gonna upload on Sunday, which is my rewind, did not upload on time. So I'm uploading that this morning. So I'm gonna push that on Monday. Then I'm gonna actually take my another little sticker and put it on Tuesday, because I do think I am going to end up uploading my Plan With Me, this one, tomorrow on Tuesday, and then kind of go through the rest of my schedule, which means on Tuesday I do need to add in one other little thing, and I don't think I have any more film ones, so I can go ahead and just put down this guy. It has an alarm clock, but I'll just go ahead and write in the video so that way I know what it's for. And this one is going to be my TN Plan With Me. So that kind of works out that way. And then I am going to go and work out today. So I do want to mark it with a, here we go, flag. Or should I mark it with a weight? Actually, let's do that. Let's mark it with a weight. So I'm gonna stick that there. And then I think it's upper body today. So there's upper body, and then I do need to work on some like work stuff for my other job. So I do want to mark that right under there. How should I mark that? Maybe I'll use another one of these guys. Oh, or these. I wanted to use let's go ahead and put that with a computer. Yeah. Okay, so I do want to mark that with a computer. Oh, this purple works so well with the station stickers. What are these? Like foiled club? I have like a bunch of them. Oh, I love these deep covers. I think it's so that you can do like a full kit, because like look at all these headers, and then she even gives you like full boxes. So I'm not necessarily like sure how to plan in these, but I love them. And I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just pulling them into different spreads rather than trying to create my own. But we'll see. We'll see like how everything kind of happens. But I don't think I have, let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I see anything that can represent like working in the purple color. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull out my laptops. And let's just use, I think I'm gonna use this blue one. I think that'll be the best color to match everything with. I need to make more of these, obviously. I'm running out. And then I'm gonna stick that right here. Hopefully I can just place it right underneath that. Oh, actually, you know what? Right after I eat, I am gonna wanna cook some food. So let's see here. I do want to put down time sheets. And then I guess I can put right underneath that, finalize. So I do know like right underneath eating, I'm probably going to want to eat a little meal right there. So I don't want to put in anything too concrete. I do want to use like a piece of washi to mark eating though. Do I want to use like a colored one? Let's use these two strips. I feel like this is like a nice cute little, and I'm gonna layer it, just kind of stagger them. And sorry about the growling, that's my doggy, and I think she sees another little doggy outside like usual. So there is that. And then I guess I can put like a little meal. I think she has a meal icon. Ivy, hush. She like stared at me like, what do you want, Brody? What do you want? So let's see here. I'm gonna pull out, oh, this is perfect color, I think. So I'm gonna pull out one of these icons, and I'm just gonna layer it. I don't want to cover anything up. Okay. I don't think I'm a fan of how that looks. So let's try something different. Let's try an emoji or a munchkin. I think I might like that a little better. Let's see. Oh, here, I can show you guys what I'm like flipping through. So I just transferred all of like my munchkins and emojis, or I try to as much as I can, into this little binder so I can carry this with me. Sometimes it doesn't have everything, and that's fine, but I try to have like majority of the stuff in here. So that way I don't have to carry around those little books. I'm just gonna put this little guy right there. Oh, so cute. I'm gonna lower it just so I don't take up too much of that. Yay! Okay, so there's that, finalizing, and then the rest of the day is kind of open and I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But other than that, that's it. I can't fill out the rest of the days, which I feel kind of bad about not filling them out because I don't really know like much of what's going on, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I do know like I can put in like little gists of stuff here and there. So like I do know Wednesday morning is always payroll, and usually I always get a cup of coffee in the beginning of the day. Those are like my morning routines for that. So I'm gonna pull in, take these two little strips, and I'm gonna stick it too far. It's not like super straight, but it's straight enough for me. And then I'm gonna pull out my coffee stickers. And I know she has like coffee, not in this one, I guess. But I do wanna pull out just this pink one, and I'm gonna stick it right up at the top. for coffee. Then I do want to mark payroll. So I'm going to use let's use one of these boxes. Actually, this is so hard. I don't know what to use payroll with. I can just write it in. Okay, let's see. So I pulled out one of these guys, and then I'm gonna stick down, I want like a bluish one. This one. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna stick that right in here and just write in payroll. That way it's a lot easier for me to just know what that is. And then that means that if Wednesday's payroll, Friday is payday. I do also want to pull in, let's see, do I want to use a Friday sticker? Yeah, let's go ahead and use that Friday sticker. Why not? So I'm going to use the yellow one just to kind of bring out the yellow in the background. Even though it's not like a color in this kit, I don't mind. So I'm just going to stick that up at the very top. Then I am going to use a quarter box to mark payday because I think it's a big deal. So I'm going to stick this guy here. And then I'm going to pull out my KeenaPrints. Let's see, where are you? Here we go. Money sticker. And I'm just going to stick this right here for payday. Let's see, I do want to try and work out every single day, but I don't know how much space to give myself. So other than that, that's basically it, I think. Yep, I'm gonna say that's pretty much the conclusion. This is my first day back to work, so I guess I can put like a little like emoji face up at the top to mark like I don't want to be here. And then I do want to meal prep this week, or try to as best as I can. So I guess I can put that in my to-do section up here. Oh, or I can take my KeenaPrints meal prep and grocery shop, and I can just stick that maybe right at the bottom, so I know it's like meal prep day. Oh, I like that. Okay, so because I never get to use these because they're so large, but this kind of shows like meal prepping and grocery shopping, getting everything done. So this is basically, and you guys didn't even see me do that, it's right there, I'm so sorry. So that's like the KeenaPrints meal prep sticker, and other than that, that's gonna be it for this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry that it wasn't a daily thing, just because it does have an hourly section. It's hard for me to plan out the rest of the days, but I know you guys like these types of videos, so I'm gonna keep doing them until you guys tell me no. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Bye.